Oh, how quickly things can change in college basketball. Not too long ago, the Cardinals are riding high in a 4-game win streak. Since then, Eric, they've lost 3 of 4. How do they get back on track tonight against Syracuse?
I'm not sure how, but it needs to happen. Talked to my buddy, #1 Cards fan, back here at First Royal Student Center already. He says it's a must-win, and I kind of agree with him. They need to get some momentum back because they've got a stretch of games here at home that are winnable, and their games at the end of the season are very difficult. They need to make something positive happen in this game against Syracuse.
2 pieces of good news for the Louisville Cardinals. Number 1, Ray Spalding will play. Remember, he injured his ankle on Saturday's game against Florida State. Not a question, though, of how much he's going to play. The other good news, Eric, they're wearing those throwback uniforms, and I'm told they're 2-0 against Syracuse when they do it.
Yeah, well, I don't know how they're going to play, but they're going to look good. They should just keep these uniforms and throw all the rest of them away. Public service announcement, I say that every year when they wear these. But Ray Spalding needs to not just play, but he's got to be effective against a very long Syracuse team that's going to play that 2-3 zone.
Get going at 7 o'clock right here at the KFC Yum Center. All the highlights and reaction coming up after the game. For now, he's Eric Crawford. I'm Mike Lissette, WDRB Sports. Tom, we're outside the gym at New Albany High School and here in the trophy hallway. And this right here, folks, is proof that records are indeed made to be broken. But there is one record really in Indiana that might never be broken. It's Damon Bailey's all-time leading points record was set back in 1990. As it stands now, Romeo Langford is about 354 points away. If he plays 9 games, he's going to have to average about 39 points a game. Now, it's certainly possible, but it's not going to be easy. As it turns out, Damon Bailey in the house for Romeo's final home game here at New Albany. He's an assistant coach at Bedford North Lawrence. We talked to him earlier about Romeo's chances and what it would mean to him if his record is indeed broken. Tom, I've been around this Louisville women's basketball team for quite some time. I don't think I've ever seen them as serious as they were during warm-ups tonight here in Storrs, Connecticut. There was no smiles, there was no joking. Everyone was locked in because, Eric, I think they know exactly what it's going to take to beat UConn tonight.
Well, we'll see if they know what it's going to take. It's been a while since Louisville has played UConn. Jeff Walz certainly knows what it takes, and he's not been able to do it, but he'll have a good plan coming into this game. You're talking about a team that has 4 finalists for National Player of the Year in UConn. They've lost 4 times in this building in 18 years. It's not a game you go in. They're going to try and win it, expect to win it, but this is a fact-finding mission for Louisville. They get to find out just how good they are and maybe how far they've got to go before March.
They've lost 16 of 17 overall against the Huskies. It's absolutely crazy, though, we're talking about it like this. I mean, this is a matchup between the #1 team in the country versus the #4 team in the country. And with all due respect to Louisville, a lot of people aren't giving them a chance.
Well, and, you know, look, Louisville has pulled off great upsets. They pulled off the greatest upset in the history of women's college basketball. It wasn't any of these players, but Jeff Walz is capable of doing a game plan that can mess teams up, but Connecticut is another animal. You've got to straight up beat them. Talent, execution, see what Louisville can do.
It's going to be a good one. We'll see what happens. We'll have all the reaction and highlights coming up for you after the game. Found something rare at New Albany, some empty seats. Something tells me that's going to change, though, tonight as the Bulldogs take on Bedford North Lawrence in Romeo Langford's final home game. I'll have a preview coming up in sports.